There's only one thing better than a keto chocolate chip cookie. Guess what it is? Welcome to the Keto Baking Mechanic. Hi, I'm Sherry Mack. I'm 64 years old and I lost over 70 pounds 15 years ago doing a flexible keto lifestyle, low carb lifestyle, not a diet. So guess what's better than a keto chocolate chip cookie? How about a 90-second keto chocolate chip cookie made with cottage cheese? Yes, it's higher protein because of the cottage cheese and it's so delicious. Let's get started on some of the ingredients you're going to need. Not some of them, all of the ingredients you're going to need for these 3 cookies in the recipe. So you're going to start off with your almond flour. Use whatever brand you like, but if you're following a flexible keto lifestyle, you always want to keep in mind that you're going to look for products that are lowest in the net carbs. So you look at the total carbs, you subtract the fiber, and that's when you're going to get the net carbs for your recipe. Okay. The next ingredient is cottage cheese. So go with whatever fat content you like, from 0 fat to 4%. Just remember, the higher the fat, the higher the flavor. No fat, no flavor. It's up to you. And on a flexible keto lifestyle, you can actually have fat. That's the whole point of keto. You're keeping your net carbs low, your low glycemic spike of your foods, but you can have fat. So the other thing is, even if they're small curds or large curds, you don't want to have the curds, you don't want to see cottage cheese curds in your cookies. It's just not appetizing. So I use my mini chopper as a blender, or you can use a hand immersion blender. If you mix by hand, that's okay too. But remember, you're going to see the little curds in the cookies. Next, we got to talk about the binder, something that's going to hold the cookies together. So you have 2 choices. You can go with xanthan gum. Some people get gas and bloat from xanthan gum. If that's the case, you can always go with an egg white. So you want to crack your egg, separate it, and then you're going to pull out 1 tablespoon of egg white from your egg whites, from this white egg, to use in the recipe. I've tried using all the egg white from a whole egg, and it just changes the texture. So take out 1 tablespoon and then eat the rest of the egg in an omelet or something. You want to have either a brown sugar sweetener or a white sugar sweetener. I'm probably repeating myself. Just make sure that it's monk fruit or stevia based. Those are 2 of the healthiest ones. So choose the one you like. Oh, it could be brown, granular, or powdered. Often when you use powder, you end up having to use more because it's not quite as sweet. For my taste buds, I'm a non-taster. It's not quite as sweet as the granular or the brown sugar. I prefer the brown sugar sweetener. And lastly, your sugar-free or no sugar added chocolate chips. Just make sure that you read the nutritional label to make sure that they're using sweeteners that do not spike your blood sugar. So stick with the healthy sweeteners in your chocolate chips. And lastly, you can use the microwave, toaster oven, convection oven, or air fryer to make these cookies. Whatever one works for you. If you don't want the microwave, you're going to put it in one of those other units for anywhere between 8 to 12 minutes at 350 degrees, and watch them closely. You'll know they're done when you start to see a golden hue on the tops of the cookies. That's it. Let's get started. Okay, we're going to start by adding our wet ingredients to the mix. First, our cottage cheese. I'm going to add that to the blender, adding the egg whites, which acts as our binder. And then I'm going to add our other ingredients, our almond flour, our brown sugar sweetener. We're going to mix all this together into a nice dough. Okay. We're now going to transfer the dough into our bowl. Don't want to waste any. There we go. We're going to add our sugar-free chocolate chips. And just fold those in. So I have a plate here with a little piece of parchment. I'm going to divide the dough into 3 and just Place that on the parchment. I'm just using a little bit of water on my fingers. I don't want them too flat because they're going to flatten in the microwave. This is optional. You don't have to do this, but I like to add a few more chocolate chips. And then we're going to put them into the microwave for 90 seconds. Okay. Remember to make sure that the cookies get done on all sides. We're going to move the plate over to the edge. Let's pull these babies out of the microwave. Look at this. They look great. There they are, right out of the microwave. So let's try this 90-second keto chocolate chip cookie made with cottage cheese. Okay. Oh, they melt in your mouth. They're so chocolatey, delicious, simple, easy to make. 3 cookies. You don't have to start the oven up. You don't have to make a whole bunch of them. It's a recipe for 3 simple 90-second keto chocolate chip cookies.